back. How's it going, Sir Wilson?
Oh man, that was pretty brutal. Not gonna lie. Too much of Ambrose's team bested in my own rain scenario, so that was pretty rough to play through. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure. So here, let's take a quick peek. Maggie M has built this team. The fun thing about this team is that almost every Pokemon on it knows an exploding move, with the exception of Dusclops, obviously. We couldn't find an exploding move for Dusclops, but every other Pokemon on the team actually knows some kind of move that can explode. As Maggie pointed out, it was "Baby, you're a firework."
I love it.
Yeah, it did change a little bit. I know that originally it had a damp Pokemon on there, which was just kind of cruel, as we did let Rollercoaster go ahead and take this first spin last night so that he wasn't, getting the team 2 minutes before the battle. I think whenever we do this point redemption, we're going to limit it to obviously one per stream, and it could take like up to 2 to 3 weeks for the battle to get scheduled, just depending on capture cards and scheduling availability. But yeah, I think this will be really interesting to see kind of what's going on here with Rollercoaster. Looking at Woke Fossey's team, it's an interesting team. I ran the exact same team as her in the Pokepod Cup. And I need to update the overlay. But yeah, you want to go ahead and call the leads out once we get them here?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so ready for this. I'm so surprised that Clefable's the only one that really surprises me on this list. I guess I don't know Celesteela well enough to know, but geez, the rest of them I've seen. All right, so we see this Silvally, normal type Silvally with the Dusclops Frisk, the Power Herb on the Lego, and the Focus Sash on the Dark Urshifu coming from Woke Fossey's side, revealing those items. All right, let's see.
Yeah, this Dusclops feeling pretty threatened by that Urshifu here on turn 1. Kind of the double up of Nihilego, and Urshifu can KO that Dusclops. Looks like Woke Fossey has identified a potential threat here in that Dusclops, as Trick Room is really something that could be pretty scary here.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much for the gift sub, Maggie M.
Thanks, Maggie. And it went to Turtle Mania.
Awesome, Turtle Mania with the gift sub. Congrats. So here, right off the bat, we see an ally switch come out from this Dusclops as the Nihilego goes for the Meteor Beam. Likely going to be into that. Let's see where it goes. So I do know this is a Power Herb Nihilego, so it's going to be able to get this attack off turn 1. And the Meteor Beam is targeting, I'm going to guess, either calling the ally switch or just trying to get damage off into that Silvally. We see the Wicked Blow follow into the Dusclops as perhaps the ally switch was called.
Ooh. Yeah, I think the ally switch might have been predicted there. That's pretty good. The explosion comes out. Oh, so many boom animations coming from these teams. Meteor Beam is great boom. Wait, what is this?
This is the normal gem.
There it is. The normal gem procs after. That is crazy damage. The Nihilego lives though. Jeez.
And Urshifu does as well because of its Focus Sash. So both of the Pokemon living on one, and now Woke Fossey is in a pretty decent position here with an Urshifu and a Nihilego against this Clefable plus Snorlax lead. So this is some good
what.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And thank you, Turtle, for the subscription.
Yeah. For sure. So here we go. Let's see what's going on. This Clefable here, it does have some offensive moves. It also has access to Follow Me in terms of attempting to, deny.
No way. Oh, man. Okay, so we see the Snorlax coming out. This is a G-Max Lax, so we're going to see the big belly tree blowing up here.
Yep, G-Max Snorlax is not even going to be able to get speed control with the Max Strike. It is able, on this turn you're not going to see a close combat go into it given the Follow Me pressure from this Clefable. I know a thing or two about the Urshifu. It doesn't have anything to really hit that Clefable. So the Nihilego obviously does with Sludge Bomb. So, that's just a 1-hit KO. Yeah,
Oh.
plus 1 on its special attack is just going to be enough as we see it get to +2 here. The close combat comes out. It does not take Snorlax into berry range, though, most importantly.
How bulky is that Snorlax? That didn't even do half.
Snorlax has some good natural bulk here. So now Rollercoaster goes ahead and KOs that Urshifu here. Takes it down on that Focus Sash. I think almost he wanted to go just below 50% to have a shot at reclaiming his berry there and getting up a little bit more of its health here. So now with Zapdos and the Dynamax, the fact that Wokeflossy has yet to Dynamax, I think that this is going to be a pretty rough position. I think I know what's coming out right here. If I had to guess, it might be an Acid Spray into like a Max Airstream or Max Lightning, just because you can get down to -2 on that. Or she might just opt for the Sludge Bomb.
Ooh, love that ball for the Zapdos.
Yeah, for sure. Actually used her rental team for the entirety of Pokepod Cup because I was too lazy to get the team in-game myself.
Hey, that's what friends are for, right?
Oh,
that's what ATX...
Yeah, for sure. So Turtle Mania asking if people run Acid Spray commonly if it's been revealed. So I know that because I ran this exact same team, and Rollercoaster also knows that because he knows this team. So the Acid Spray actually, interestingly enough, gets this Snorlax its berry. It's gonna go ahead and get a little bit of health back, and now this Max Airstream will be doing significantly more than it would before, bringing it down to about 108. If Rollercoaster went for a G-Max Replenish and gets that replenishment, maybe there's a shot of potentially walling, but without the belly drum, it's gonna be really tough. Kind of having to waste your... we do see it does get the berry back here, which is interesting. So another Figgy Berry. So that's always helpful.
Yeah, but with one turn of Dynamax versus Zapdos' 2 and the -1 special defense drop already on Snorlax, this doesn't look promising.
No, it really doesn't, especially the
Maybe he should have just gone boom with it. Why Dynamax the Snorlax when you can explode?
Interestingly enough, if you click explode and it KOs the 2 opposing Pokemon, you still lose the game.
Oh no!
Because your health goes down before the attack goes off. So here, a Max Airstream. Max Airstream is just enough to go ahead and get the KO here at that -1 special. Or does Acid Spray get -2 or -1? That's something I should probably remember.
So it does do -2, but because of the first Max Quake from Snorlax, it was max -1. Now here's what I think. I think Austin needs to preserve his Dusclops as like its sole survivor after he gets off 2 or 3 explosions from the other Mons on this team, and then Dynamax Dusclops at the end just to mitigate as much damage. I think that's the win con. I don't know if he's played that way when battling with this team. I doubt he would go for it.
He did get to practice with this team. When he played with the original version, which was a Damp Jellicent, it took him spiraling down nearly 500 points on the Pokemon Showdown ladder before he got a win. Because so often it was like, well, there's no move other than explosion that I can do on this turn, and I have Jellicent out, so I can't even click explosion.
Nope, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, so here we see that, choosing to go ahead and change things up from last game, it seems like this plan might be able to go ahead and let him get up Trick Room more safe than the plan previously, which was the ally switch, trying to catch a close combat into that Dusclops, but Wokeflossy reading that presumably reading that ally switch, maybe just afraid of having to take an explosion. But now that she knows that the normal gem explosion isn't enough to take out the Nihilego, and obviously her Urshifu will always be safe with Sash. She's probably going to be able to play that a little bit differently if it were to be the same leads. We see here Rollercoaster is changing up the leads. It's not going to be the same leads, but still really fun stuff. I'm happy we get to see one explosion in game 1. I'm hopeful for another one. Potentially the Tapu Fini could come here and allow the Clefable to get a Misty Explosion off, which would be fun to see. It's not a very strong move though, unfortunately.
No, I'm surprised that Austin's kind of playing around the beast, the Ultra Beast from that last battle. He didn't bring any of them, whereas you know, they have the Nihilego mirror potential. But we do see Amy throwing out the Zapdos Nihilego to lead, and then now we know Roller Coaster throwing out the Dusclops and the Clefable.
Yeah, this actually is a really great positioning for Roller Coaster because this Clefable we saw last time just went down. I guess it went down to the -1 Meteor Beam.
Oh no.
I mean, the +1 Sludge Bomb. So I don't know if a +1 Sludge Bomb will be enough to go ahead and get this Clefable this time around. It looks like Roller Coaster went ahead and changed his thought process here. Woke Fossey doesn't opt to Dynamax here, which I think is smart to go and preserve that Dynamax for potentially later. We see an Acid Spray. It was probably directed into Dusclops, like an Acid Spray plus a Thunderbolt or a potentially a Hurricane. Heat Wave.
Oh, Heat Wave.
Trying to get some damage down onto this Dusclops, but this is really ideal scenario now for Roller Coaster. He's going to get Trick Room up, and in addition to getting Trick Room up, he's going to be able to get a free switch directly into his Snorlax.
We got Turtle in the chat saying the strongest boom seems to be Explosion by Landorus.
That would have been a lot of damage, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think that normal gem Explosion in Savali should be pretty close, but...
Yeah, we did throw... I will say we did go ahead and throw, for good measure, we threw Swords Dance on the Silvally originally. I think now it has like Parting Shot and maybe it still has Swords Dance. I don't quite remember. But yeah, trying to get as much utility of it as possible. So here we see again the Zapdos goes ahead and goes for the max here. This seems to be Amy's most comfortable Pokemon to Dynamax. I'll say, given the way that I played with this previously, I also agree. So they actually just offer the Double Protect, trying to predict the explosion. So this is going to be a free Belly Drum on this Snorlax, alongside the Ally Switch from Dusclops. So now Roller Coaster is in an incredibly strong position.
Boom, 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 boom. Yes, I love it. What a free Belly Drum. Surprising, the Dynamax Max Guard. It seems safe. You gotta sell out the Trick Room for the features that you can, so might as well. Probably because the Zapdos doesn't have Protect at this point, probably something like Roost. But now we get to see Roller Coaster bring out the G-Max Lax. I think it's time. But it is gonna be outspeeding both of these Pokemon, so the Berry Proc may be coming later, and the G-Max Replenish will pay off. So believe he's gonna go for the special defense boost, which is definitely in his best interest with the Pokemon he's facing on the field right now.
Yeah, for sure. So really, even this Nihilego, I think, kind of in Trick Room, you don't have to worry about it this turn. It can get you down to -1 Spadef, but you're gonna be able to KO anything that can really take advantage of that as long as Trick Room is still up. So we actually just see the Nihilego opt to go ahead and switch out here as it goes into the Rotom, trying to predict that Max Quake. So let's see if Roller Coaster took that bait and went for the Max Quake, or if he just opted for G-Max Replenish to KO the Zapdos. I feel like that would be my play.
Right, definitely safer considering the Pokemon that are immune to ground type moves. Still potentially, obviously Zapdos alive, but potentially had Rotom in the back. Good, could be a good prediction if you saw that coming.
Yep, we see the G-Max Replenish play right here, and at +6, I don't think there's any universe that Zapdos lives this one.
Bye-bye, Zapdos Day.
You'll be missed, Zapdos the good friend. I think that's what it was. And Dusclops just opts to get a Nightshade off here, getting some nice chip off into this Rotom. You know, getting a little bit of information about the HP stat there, more so than anything. It looks like Nightshade would be a 4-hit KO. It could be, it's not going to be quite 3. It's close to a little under a 4. So here the Nihilego goes back out. I'm trying to think if there are no other switch-ins now at this point to Max Quake. Even a G-Max Replenish is fairly safe because it will likely go ahead and pick up the KO on just about anything when you're +6.
Yeah, in a much better position with the one ground immunity being gone. And pretty much everything that Amy has in the back doesn't really want to take either of Austin's attack types here. So he does have that, maybe considering just what's overall better in the long run, going for the special defense boost or not. We do see him switch out and bring out his Celesteela, so they're featuring that for the first time in this set. The G-Max Replenish comes straight out, takes out the Rotom, and it's cooked.
Nihilego opts for the, oh, we went for the Acid Spray into the Dusclops slot, so Celesteela blocks that. Roller Coaster, kind of perfect play there. Does have to deal with this Urshifu, knowing from last game that it is in fact the Focus Sash variant. You can presume it probably has Protect, so that's one thing that he has to be cognizant of. Sorry, I'm just going to let our battlers for next game know that we are going to a game. It looks like we're going to go to a game 3.
Excellent.
I'm not sure, but be prepared.
Here. I think we have 2 turns of Trick Room left, and Snorlax goes into its last turn of its Gigantamax phase. And the berry has not been procced yet. It's still sitting on that Figgy Berry in the back. Urshifu protects with his powerful stance.
And Nihilego also goes for a Protect here. So, yeah, I think that this actually might be the last turn of Trick Room, as Turtlemania pointed out. The Max Quick here through Protect is probably going to just be enough to take out this Nihilego. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, with the belly drum for sure. Nothing's stopping that. Oh, and the crit just for the little pinch on top. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wish we saw Snorlax belly drum explode though. Why have we not seen an explosion yet?
You know what? We might just be seeing that on this next turn as
substitute Celesteela.
Yep, this Celesteela now is going to be in a position to where it's going to take 2 hits from an Urshifu before it can even go down. And even then, who knows if 2 hits are going to be enough, as a Celesteela could, you know, opt to go for a Leech Seed here and get continued recovery. We slotted in Steel Beam as the exploding move for this one, just because we wanted to get a little bit of exploding coverage, similar to the Mind Blown on the, onto the Blacephalon.
Yes, okay, that makes sense. I was like, Steel Beam, but it does take out half of your total health. So I mean, yeah. that's a pretty hefty chunk to consider losing.
Yeah, for sure. It was the like explosion. I was mostly looking for things that were blocked by Damp ultimately, but we see here as the Wicked Blow goes into the Snorlax. That's not going to be enough damage as Celesteela opts for a second substitute, and Snorlax goes for the self-destruct at +6.
No. That Wicked Blow didn't break the substitute? That's crazy.
The Wicked Blow is actually targeted into the Snorlax.
Oh, I missed that. That's crazy still. But that's good. That's so much damage.
Maggie excited in the chat that we get to see the +6 Snorlax explosion. That's substitute, very importantly for Celesteela, keeping it safe. Smartly going for the second substitute so that in case Urshifu opted to go ahead and break the sub, it wasn't going to go down to the +6. It is a resisted hit, but again, +6 from Snorlax's attack stat. It's going to do a lot of damage.
Well, Austin pulled it off. He did get off a belly drum explosion from the Snorlax and had it survive 3 turns of Gigantamax. I think the chat is just thoroughly pleased with that performance overall, no matter what happens in the battle.
Let's see if we can get Woke Fossey here to maybe target the Dusclops knowing this game is done so we can see the Steel Beam animation. I would really enjoy that. Yep, it looks like she is going to go ahead. We're predicting an ally switch. We're going to get to see Steel Beam here as well. Not necessarily an exploding move, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to ask, so Steel Beam is not nerfed by Damp, right?
It is nerfed by Damp.
Whoa, okay, surprise.
Yeah, Damp will block any move that requires the Pokemon to, essentially harm itself. So something like Mind Blown is similar to where you can't do Mind Blown around a Damp Pokemon. So while not going to do 100% to you, it does 50%. It's still like in Maggie and I deciding on this team. I'll let behind the curtain that I was helping Maggie build this team on the couch together, and we kind of decided that, you know, let's give some steel coverage, and Celesteela kind of being able to be bulky and be annoying with that substitute Leech Seed Protect set. So here we go. We're going to a game 3. Rollercoaster's managed to get a win with 5 Pokemon that are fully intent on blowing up and or, taking out half their damage in order to do any damage. So here in Game 3, it looks like last time around, that plan for getting Dusclops kind of very safe in the Trick Room with Clefable worked out really well, but it looks like Rollercoaster is wanting to go ahead and opt for a Blacephalon tech here, which I think could be really interesting. Oh, Damp
yes.
doesn't prevent Steel Beam? Oh.
Maybe not.
We might have read that mechanic wrong then. That's why one of those things, I think that I had someone tested on Pokemon Showdown, and that's one of those things where Showdown isn't always correct in the way that the interactions happen, or someone just told me that it worked. I should have verified it myself in-game, but I know that for sure it blocks Mind Balloon, so my assumption was it would also block Steel Beam.
Nah, I'm totally satisfied that we finally got to see someone use Steel Beam. And all the times we played Monday Night Friendlies, I think that's the first time and the only time that move has ever been used. So thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure. That's my goal here. Let's get as many different weird techs as possible when we get these redemptions for these types of teams. We do limit these. We don't want it to be like every single time. We want it to be kind of special, which is why also the point threshold is incredibly high to redeem it. Maggie watching every single Monday night, hanging out the whole time and being a sub. Definitely helps kind of get enough points for that. So want to say thank you again to Maggie for redeeming that, and also, in this case, building this team.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go, game number 3. Let's see what's up in terms of the lead.
The great friend. I mean, here we go. All right, so Urshifu, Nihiligo coming out, and then we got Clefable, Dusclops, so same as last time from Roller Coaster. A little bit of a change up from Woke-Flossie's side of the field without the Zapdos. All right, so it seems like the reliable thing to do for Roller Coaster is to go for the Follow Me Trick Room. Clefable's probably going down though.
Yeah, but ideally that's kind of what you want if you're Roller Coaster. Like, have Clefable just go down so you don't have to worry about it. I do see a question coming in from chat as to why there's an upcharge of 6 points if you redeem both of the beard shaves together rather than separately. It's a good question. That's probably an error on my part inputting it, and I might have accidentally added 6 points. I'll get that fixed after the set. So that is one of the redemptions you can do, is if you want both Nibs and Tiki to shave their beards, you can have that happen. So here we see the Sludge Bomb from Nihiligo is going to go ahead and... Oh, it's not enough to take out Clefable, but the poison would have been if this Urshifu wasn't redirected with this Wicked Blow also into the Clefable. I think that Amy remembered in Game 1 where her Sludge Bomb was enough to go ahead and KO Clefable, but it also, Nihiligo had +1 on its special attack at that point from the Meteor Beam on turn 1. So Dusclops able to go ahead and get the Trick Room up again here, and now Roller Coaster's got a pretty free switch here into Snorlax.
Yeah, just like we expected, Clefable's down, and Snorlax comes in. It seems like the reliable damage output that from this team in his practice that Roller Coaster has found comfort in. It's no surprise, Snorlax is pretty great stats, and if you wanted it, any Pokemon to benefit from a G-Max and have Explosion as that base damage, I think Snorlax would definitely be the best option. I don't know. What other... Did you play with any other G-Max mons, possibly? I mean, like, Colossal can explode, right? But...
Yeah, we looked at the potential for, like, a Mind Balloon plus Explosion play with Colossal plus Blacephalon, but we really thought that, like, Snorlax gave Roller Coaster a fighting chance in a lot of situations, not so much in a majority of other ones. So here we actually see the turn 1 Belly Drum as well as a Will-O-Wisp. Yeah. So that's going to cut down the damage from that Wicked Blow pretty significantly. We do see Amy there respecting the potential for an ally switch by going for Wicked Blow as opposed to Close Combat. So here we are going to see the Meteor Beam. It goes last on this turn. You get to +1 special attack, and let's see who it targeted. It is going to be the Snorlax, and it's not enough to KO.
Wow, so close though. Down to 23 health, all the way in the red. No berry to go, but the Snorlax can recover that with the Gmax replenish and give it a little bit of cushion. But I don't know if it's going to be able to make it through this next turn. Urshifu is not safe from at least a KO since the focus dash is nullified by the burn damage from last turn. So that's a little bit of a comfort feeling. But I feel like Nihiligo is the real threat against Snorlax at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. So, almost an interesting play could have been potentially switch into Celesteela and Earthquake, because I think that would have gotten almost everything, with the exception of the Rotom switch in. But then you're also still not going down with your Snorlax. We are going to see now a Snorlax Dynamax with almost no health left.
You got to do it. You got to do it. I mean, he could have gone boom. He could have just gone boom.
Yeah, but the problem with boom is that you open yourself up to a double protect.
Yeah, and we did not see either of them protect last turn. So that's a big risk. The ally switch comes out, pulling off some shenanigans. I thought we made the rule in ATX VGC that friends don't click ally switch against friends. Was that not a thing? Am I remembering that wrong?
That was an episode title from the time where I clicked it against Chase several times. But yeah, so we do see Rollercoaster here go ahead and recover his Figgy Berry, which is a clutch recovery there, as Nihiligo goes for the Sludge Bomb into what was the Snorlax, and it's not going to be enough to KO. It does get a critical hit at +1 special attack, so doing some pretty decent damage into a resisted hit. For Dusclops right there, but now if Rotom is this last one, I think that Flossie's gonna have a little bit of trouble. Because do you think a Rotom can live a +6 Gmax replenish through Protect?
I think through Protect I would expect a little bit, maybe a little bit in the red, hanging on, but for the most part it won't last much longer.
Yeah, interesting here. Again, Rollercoaster not opting... Or no, okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at that wrong from the last one. I thought the Nihiligo had far less health.
Did we see the Rotom pull off any attacks? Last time I think it just died right away.
I think it just died right away. I think it went down to Gmax replenish immediately, which...
Oh, it took a Nightshade and died, yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, so you see Nagy asking in the chat if the beard shave would be streamed. We'd have to get back to you on that, Nagy, whether or not we get Nibs and Chase to stream shaving their beards. I don't know if that's enjoyable content or not. Wolfossie has yet to Dynamax here, so we do see her go ahead and opt to get this Dynamax up with Nihiligo, which might be a really good play, knowing that if... Oh, and it went for the Max Guard, trying to stall out the last turns of Trick Room. So if a Max Quake went into that slot, ooh, it's the Gmax replenish into the Rotom.
Predicted right by Rollercoaster. The Rotom will not do anything. Oh, the Figgy Berry is recovered again. That's a double Figgy recovery by Snorlax in these Gmax replenish. Rotom's down. Rollercoaster in a great spot again. But the Trick Room is going to end this turn, and Nihiligo has its 2 turns of Dynamax left. The one turn of Trick Room left, maybe.
Yeah, so we do see the Tapu Fini as the last Pokemon here. A Pokemon where if the Clefable was still around, we could have seen a Misty Explosion, but unfortunately went down that turn 1. So Mist now swirls around the battlefield. Maggie M, thanks so much for the cheer. 100 bits. Thanks, you're our cheerleader. I believe our top cheerer. Yeah, you're at 700. Thank you for the cheer, and thank you for building this team. It was really fun to do together. So actually, I think we were a little off on counting. I think there should still be one more turn of Trick Room here, as this Tapu Fini will opt for a Protect here. The Snorlax is pretty free to just go for a Max Weight, and the double Max Guard!
No, the double Max Guard!
I spoke too soon!
No! Oh, I had to do it. The substitute Celestia comes out super safe with the double Protect from Amy with Flossie's side. Oh man, that's a great roll for her.
Yeah, for sure. So perhaps reversing some of that luck from the Gmax replenish, continually getting those berries. As here we go. Now we are out of Dynamax. The Snorlax is incredibly threatened. But an interesting tech. Not a lot of Belly Drum Snorlaxes carry Protect. So this could potentially catch Woke Flossie off guard. I do see her type in the chat. I hope she's not watching this right now to know that that's the play that Rollcoast is going for. I know she's typically not someone who snipes. So we do see the protect here.
Snorlax protect. The max ooze. Getting the boost damage. That really helps Tapu Fini as well. Snorlax resists that super well. What'd that do? 16 damage?
Yeah, through
like
the protect with the it didn't get a max quake boost, so it's not a boosted special defense. It's just very tanky. As this Tapu Fini now going to be a +2 special attack with that Calm Mind right there. Let's see ultimately what the Celesteela went for.
The Leech Seed.
Ooh,
yes.
Very nice play there into that.
The slow game. Playing the slow game. Celesteela has pretty good typing with the Seal over the Poison. You know, the Rock is a little bit neutral, but a little bit of health will go a long way. Celesteela is super, super tanky. But Tapu Fini's getting boosted. +2 special attack after that turn, plus the Calm 9 special defense. Doesn't really help it gets the Snorlax damage, but I mean, they're both faster than Snorlax, so I don't think it's gonna help.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see here what Snorlax kind of opts to go for. We see the Acid Spray into the Snorlax, kind of recognizing just how much damage last turn that mitigated as the Moonblast will follow in. We could be in for a really interesting endgame here, as the Celesteela might just be able to continually chunk both of these Pokemon down with Leech Seeds up. Oh no, the Tapu Fini avoided. That is incredibly rough luck there for Rollercoaster. That was definitely a part of his win condition. You know, he does still have Dusclops here, so that is one thing to consider. The potential for a Acid Spray into Moonblast could pick off the Dusclops before it can get another Trick Room up. So that's one potentially, a potential play that could be difficult for Woke Flossie to work with. Also, you have to worry about this ally switch every time.
Oh man. Yeah, I was gonna say the Leech Seed missing really puts him in a tough spot because, like, yes, you kind of want to go for it and have it, but at the same time, you know, Tapu Fini was likely to protect, so going for a Leech Seed would be a really big miss. The ally switch shows Dusclops trading places with Celesteela, and Nihiligo did not protect, so...
Ooh, it went for the Acid Spray into the Dusclops, and that will not do any damage whatsoever. The Steel Beam here, interestingly enough, will go ahead and take a lot of that. Oh, it doesn't even KO, but...
No way.
Here's the thing. The Leech Seed will still proc this turn and take off that Nihiligo, helping the Celesteela get back most of its health. I did tell... Oh, I forgot, when you ally switch, you actually get the recovery into the opposing Pokemon, so Dusclops now are getting even healthier. Wow.
Yeah. Dusclops may be able to tough this one out. The substitute being able to keep Celesteela alive, guaranteed for one more turn no matter what. And now that Tapu Fini protected last turn, it's pretty safe to go for the Leech Seed this turn behind that sub. Muddy Water comes out. It does connect on both Pokemon. Dusclops takes a decent chunk of damage, going down to a little bit below 50%. The Leech Seed comes out this turn, and it lands on the Tapu Fini for the second time.
Yeah, for sure. So, and now you have a incredibly free, Nightshade plus Substitute or Nightshade plus Protect if you just want to continue to chunk this down before you feel like it's in a -1 or a +1 Spadef Steel Beam range. There's really, you got to be a little worried about another Muddy Water here. But now...
Misty Surge is gone. Dusclops could even go for the Will-O-Wisp now to get the extra chip damage. Do risk the miss. I think Nightshade is a little bit of a safer play in the long run, but Celesteela, I think, has this one in the bag no matter what. Tapu Fini is no way going to be able to break through Protect, Substitute, Constant Stall. With Leech Seed and Leftovers being able to bring up so much health, I think Leech Seed and Leftovers almost perfectly recovers Substitute.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
A little bit short.
So, and being in Trick Room, the Celesteela is able to substitute up before the Tapu Fini, and Dusclops actually lives there and does not take an accuracy drop, so it's free to go for a Nightshade here on this next turn. So as Celesteela continues to just get almost all of its health back up. It's going to be incredibly free to just click Substitute next turn, and it can just continue to click Substitute in Trick Room here. So like Substitute Nightshade into even potentially like protecting one turn if you're able to get the sub up and, you know, perhaps get a miss from Tapu Fini on that Muddy Water.
Yeah, you gotta suspect that the spread damage isn't worth in the long run. You know, it does break the sub, but she could potentially just go for a Moonblast and maybe kill the Dust Box outright. I would be... Oh, it decides to stall at the Trick Room with the Protect, willing to take the chip damage from the burn and the Leech Seed, and hopefully just live long enough to get some speed advantage back.
Yeah, but now with the Celesteal with the Substitute up, it's going to be free. You know, to go, it can click Protect next turn and just get guaranteed recovery back from both Leftovers and Leech Seed, bringing this Tapu Fini down kind of continually until the point where Rollercoaster feels safe enough to just click that Steel Beam move. Yeah, as we see, just the combination of those three moves just doing so much damage. So we do see here that there is still 2 more turns of Trick Room. So this Tapu Fini not really going to be able to stall it out, short of perhaps like a triple or quadruple Protect. I guess it would just need or no, I guess at this point it would just need a triple, right? Because it protected last turn.
Yeah, ooh. We see the Wiki Berry proc. We knew that was coming, but it does proc on this turn thanks to the Nightshade. Puts it just above the 50% mark, right in the green. Steel Beam comes out. I don't know if this is going to kill with the Calm Mind boost and the special defense. It does hang on. Wow.
Yeah, the +1 special defense really put in a lot of water here. Celesteal actually avoids the attack there, so that is likely just going to go ahead and seal up this game as, you know, Rollercoaster next turn still has a Substitute intact. It's the last turn of Trick Room. Can, you know, probably doesn't want to be clicking the Steel Beam again, as that's not going to be enough health for him to do it safely. But at this point, a single Protect stalls out the game.
And if it doesn't, he can go for Steel Beam next turn.
It's true, yeah.
But it will.
It will. No, it will between the burn and the and the Leech Seed here. So Rollercoaster piloting this team incredibly well. We see actually Will Fossey just going off to
he didn't want to lose to the Leech Seed. He didn't want to lose to the Leech Seed animation.
Yeah, really well played. Thanks again to Maggie for redeeming the points and working with us on getting that team. You know, we wanted to make sure it was competitive. We wanted to give Rollercoaster a chance. We still got to see lots of moves where people were exploding or at least taking out half their health. Sure, Steel Beam isn't strictly an exploding move, but it kind of is in the same spirit. Yeah, for sure. I'm glad we got to see the team win there as well. So.